Get out of here! This is my house!
As you all know, we're dealing with Streamlabs being absolutely ridiculous and a horrible company, so what I've decided to do is help you guys learn how to use StreamElements, because it was a bit of a journey for me, and I thought maybe if you guys had a little bit of help, like I really didn't, you might be less frustrated than I was. So first things first is you're going to want to come over to the StreamElements website, obviously StreamElements.com, and you're going to want to sign up or log in. Either way, you can either do it by any platform that you're using, be it Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, doesn't really matter. And then once you do so, you will have this nice little dashboard that kind of like tracks everything for you, basically like how a lot of other programs do. Here you've got everything you need. Data reports, you've got your dashboard, activity feed of all the different things that have happened, your revenue history if you've gotten any tips or cheers or anything like that has come through, and you can look at it. You're here to learn about how to transfer everything over, and you can by coming up here and clicking on your little picture over here, and if you click import, you're going to want to click on the Streamlabs one here. You have Chrome, you have to have Chrome in order to do it. You're going to want to add this little extension, copy everything over to StreamElements from Streamlabs. Some things, depending on the overlay, like the donations and the loyalty points and everything like that, usually it seems to transfer over pretty okay. But some of the overlay stuff for your alerts don't really, so be careful about that. You might have to do it manually, and that's okay. I'm going to teach you how. In order to do your overlay, you're going to come over to the corner over here, there where it says overlay gallery, and you're going to click on that. And if you want to do overlay that they already have, you can click on one of these and it'll get you started right away. If you aren't overly attached to any of your overlays, I would highly recommend going this route because it has everything set up for you. You don't really have to think about it. It's just done. However, if you do want to work with what you already have, it's going to be a little bit of a journey. So you're going to want to go over to my overlays. As you can see, I've already set some things up, but we'll start over from scratch. You're going to want to click on new overlay up at the top there. And then you're going to click the resolution that you have everything at. And there are two ways that you can do this in. You can either set it up so that you have a different browser source for each component, like Streamlabs had. So you can have a section for just your alerts and just your label. You can have a section for just your chat. So you can move it around in OBS if you want. Or you can have everything preset up like a big overlay with one browser source, and then the whole thing is just one source in OBS, and then all you have to do is add your camera sources. So that's really up to you which way you want to do it. I'll show you both ways. Unfortunately, I do not find StreamElements to be as customizable for the alerts and the chat box and all that as Streamlabs was, but it does the job and it's good enough for now. So what you're going to want to do first, we're going to do piece by piece. We're going to do add widget. We're going to go to alerts. You're going to want to go to your alert box, and here it'll have over there in the corner, it will show you everything that you need. So the alerts, subscriber alerts, tip, cheer, host, raid, purchase. One of the things that I do like about StreamElements is that they do call the tips, because calling them donations is actually a good way to get things revoked, because it's not technically a donation, it's a tip, because you're tipping a service. If you call it a donation, it gets legally weird because we're not a charity case. Okay, so to change the alert, because everything's hidden within things, you're going to click on the cogwheel, and you can see the thing that they automatically want to give you. So automatically, they want to give you these particular designs, just like Streamlabs has its automatic designs. But we can change it. If we want to clear the video, we can get rid of it that way. You can change the video, you can upload it. So if you want to put in something special that you have, you can just go up to the upload right up there where it says upload, and you can click on it and then just click. So if you already have stuff uploaded, you're good. So you're going to want to go ahead, and it's not going to have sound unless you turn it up. So if you want the video to have sound when you import it, make sure that you turn the sound up like that. Otherwise, you'll have to import the sound separately, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt. We can go ahead and select this one and click submit. All right, and now you can see in the corner, it has over there the image that we showed. Now that we have everything up there, we're going to go ahead and click on emulate, and we're going to click on the thing that we want to emulate. So we go ahead and click it. There it is. Nice and good. Sounds good. That's great. So you can go ahead and put in the video for everything that you want it to be. If you want the sound to be different than the video, obviously it's exactly the same as it would have been in Streamlabs. If everything gets condensed like this, don't worry, everything is still there. It just hides things within hiding things, and it's more complicated than it really needs to be for no reason whatsoever. It drives me nuts. So if you want to find the different layers that you had before when you were looking at it and editing it, you just click down on layers, go to alert box, settings, and then you have it again. But they like putting things within folders, within folders, within folders. It's not user friendly. It really is frustrating. So then from here, if you want to add more things to this, you can, like in Streamlabs, change where the text is. It's going to show you on the display where that text is going to show. You can see it little faintly where it shows it to you right there. So that is nice. You can change what it says exactly the same way, same coding as you would in Streamlabs. So that makes it easy. Chat duration, nice. The alerts do have custom CCS, but I will tell you those are the only things that do. So if you want to have fancy Chatbox or fancy Dono box, it's not possible to my understanding. If you do know a way to do it, please inform me because I don't know it and it's super frustrating. So you can also, like in Streamlabs, you can add a variation. It'll pop up a new menu because that's what it likes to do. And then you can copy an alert, make it be exactly the same, and then you can choose the different variation for it. You can enable text-to-speech, you can change what it's for, all that stuff. If you're a person who likes variations and you like different alerts. If you're a person who wants different alert for each type of bit, I know it's common to have 1 for 1, 10, I think it's 50, 100, 500, something like that. You can more than welcome to do that. You can also change the TTS, so you can make it so that there is a TTS speech to go with it, just like Streamlabs. There's the exact same voices, so you're good there. If you got attached to one particular person, they're all there. They're there. It's fine. And then you can put a delay if you want the text-to-speech to not be right as the sound alert is going. So say if you want it, a couple of seconds after, however you want it, you can go ahead and set that up. Easy. And then you can also do different things with the animation. So just like in Streamlabs, you can do the bounce in, bounce out, fades, flips, rotates. You can do all weird things if you want to care about that stuff, but it's there if it's a thing that you like. So under custom CCS, if you want to change the text, you can change the text here. You can change the color, have it be whatever you want. Like everything else, it has to be HTML color code. You can also click on it and it will pull up the color picker window. And you can do it that way. You can change the count. If you want to play around with it, you can. Alerts are pretty easy to play around with. This here is the box and how big it's going to show up when you put it in your overlay. So if you want it big, you can have it big. If you want it tiny, you can have it tiny. However you want it, you can change it. But if you're doing just the alert by itself, it's fine because you can then also change the picture in OBS itself. If you're familiar with already importing things into OBS, this will be a piece of cake for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to save it. We're going to put alert example and save it. Then you're going to go back because when you save something, it doesn't automatically take you back because you might still want to work on it. So you're going to go back and then here it is in one of the things in the beginning. You're going to go ahead and you're going to click on these little dots. And one of these is going to be copy URL. Once you have the URL, you can go ahead and go into OBS and copy and paste that URL into a browser source, and then you can use the alerts just like you would have if you were using the Streamlabs website alerts. It's exactly the same. If you don't know how to copy things into OBS to use as browser sources, it's really easy, and I'll show you how. All right, be proud of me, guys. I figured out how to do stuff in OBS without having to do this stupid mirror thing that we had before. So in order to add this in, it's going to be really easy. So all you're going to want to do is go to one of your scenes, whichever one that you want to use, and then you're going to click the plus button to add a source. You're going to go up to browser, name it whatever you want, and then it's going to pop up this window, which is where you're going to put the browser source right here where it says URL. Paste that right in there, click OK, and now this box is going to be wherever you have your alerts. So you can put that up there, and then we can go ahead and, now that we have everything the way it should be in the little box, we can go ahead and go back to the website, then click on it and emulate it just the way we did before when we checked it inside the website. And it should show up exactly as we wanted it right there. Perfect. So it's that easy to add in alerts, and you can do them for every single one. If you want to add things from their store that they have, you're going to want to add a separate alert for that. So you can also click this little plus sign down at the bottom, and you can go ahead and go up to alerts, and you're going to do a merchandise alert box, which is added to it every time someone buys something from your store that you have on StreamElements. It will pop up here, and you can customize it and do everything you need with it exactly the same way as you would any of the other alerts. So now if you want to do, say, one of the other things, so we can go ahead and do host event, raid events, emote stuff if you want, events, other things, all of that stuff there. If you want to do stuff like a countdown, you can go ahead and add in a countdown right there like that, pretty easy. If that's all you want, again, you can just throw it wherever and then browse your source, put it in by itself, you're good. You can also add in labels, so you can do the different types of labels. It's all right here, however you want it, like this, if you want it as a list, or you could do something that is more of a singular one, so you could do latest follower, and, you know, put that there however you want. You can also add in your chat. Unfortunately, the chat is not as customizable as it is in Streamlabs, which is a little frustrating for me. You can go ahead and change the type of background you want. If you want a background at all on your chat, you can check how fast you want it delayed. The fade, if you want to fade at the top, if you want the messages shown permanently or not. You can also change the position and size and your text settings just like you would in any other program. However, if you want a fancy cool text that has wraparound bubble text, it's not going to happen. They don't have a CSS code for it, and I haven't figured out how to do it. So if one of you guys knows how to do it, please tell me, because I would like to know. Similarly, I have another annoying thing with the goals tab. And your goal tab looks like the generic, boring, everyday. And just like with the chat, you cannot change the CSS for it to make it match your overlay. Super frustrating for me, and I don't know how to do it. I haven't figured out how to do it. You only get the text settings and the regular settings, but again, no CSS or HTML to be able to change it. Frustrating, just a little bit. But everything else about it is exactly the same. If you don't care about things being customized, then this is perfectly fine. Now, I showed you how to add things in individually. But if you want to go ahead and have it as one big overlay that you only have to do once and put it on there and not deal with it, you can do that too, so that all the source code is here instead of being used on your computer locally. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you can go ahead and click on down here, and then you can add on static custom, add a video if you have a overlay that moves. So if your overlay would have been a video source in Slobs or OBS, then you're going to want to go ahead and put a video source also here. If you have a static overlay, then you can go ahead and use the image option. And then you're going to go ahead and change video, upload, just like I showed you before. We're going to go ahead and go to my overlay. I have the vampire overlay from StreamSpell. If you want a link to StreamSpell, I have it down below. If you use the link that I have, it's super nice. I get commission on everything that you buy from them, and they have really, really great overlays that I absolutely love. Click on whichever one you want. Go ahead, grab it, put it in. Bam, there it is. Submit it. All right, but now we can change the size, have it set up like so. So now the base of the overlay is here. So now we can add in all of the different things that we wanted before. So we can add in the alert box and put it right here so that it works over, our image, or we could put it over our camera or what have you. Then you can go ahead and add in your labels, put in your latest subscriber, go ahead and put that, right there. However you want to have it written out. You can go ahead and add in your chat, put your chat over here. You can resize it as you need. You could go to custom, so then it fits in nice and all of that. Put in all of the different things that you want. You could even put down text down at the bottom if you want to have, say, you could put down your text, and you could, put in something like your YouTube or whatever you want to say down at the bottom, or somewhere you can type in text to have it say whatever you want wherever you want. You can customize it completely in here. And then once you have everything set up, you can go ahead and take, just like we did with the alerts, we can go ahead and copy the overlay URL right there, and you can bring it in as a browser source right into OBS, and then it's completely usable from there, which is pretty cool if you want to have everything all in one place. But the only downside is that you cannot edit it within OBS. You have to edit it in StreamElements. But it does make things a little bit lighter having it one browser source instead of like 10. Now that we've gone over basically how to do your overlays and alerts and all that fun stuff, the basics, the bare bones basics really, we can go ahead and look at the other things here. We have sponsorships that they have here and there. I don't really care about those, but they're there if you care about sponsorships. You also have merch. If you want to set up your merch store, they do have a merch store, and I actually really enjoy the merch store because amongst the marketing tools, they do have, it's under things. You can customize the store. You don't have to pay StreamElements anything in order to have a custom store. It is already set up so that you can have it be pretty and nice. Streamlabs made you have to pay a fee. StreamElements doesn't, which is super nice. You can also, if you so choose, decide to give your subscribers a discount on your merch store, which is really nice and a good touch if you want to reward your community. In that way, you are more than welcome to. It gives you a slider for how much or little you want to give them off. It doesn't come off the overall price. The percentage comes from your profits. So whatever you would make on a 0% discount is then applied, the percentage of the discount is then applied to what you would have made. So say you made $10 and you made it 10% off, then you only make $9. But it doesn't come off of the overall price. The base price will always be the base price, but it's still a nice perk to give your community. You can set it up so that you can withdraw your payments from here whenever you want. In marketing, it's really nice. They give you little panels that you can then customize by color with little examples of your merch. Streamlabs had a similar thing, but it just had generic merch. It didn't have pictures of your merch. So I actually like this one a lot more because it does show your merch with your picture or whatever you're selling on it. Here's the alert that I already told you about. And you can also set up their chatbot here to remind your viewers that you do have a merch store. So that's also a nice thing to have if you want to put it in. They also have partnership programs if you want to apply for them. Right now they have Fortnite and Doritos for whatever reason. I really don't care. The apply button will be open when they are available to have apply, people to apply. Right now both options are closed, but they have these things here for if you care about that kind of thing. They also have set up SEPAY. I don't know what that is, and I haven't set it up yet. All of my stuff is through PayPal currently, but I will look further into this, but I'm assuming it's another payment option like Venmo or something like that. Here is your tips. You can set up your PayPal. You can also have it set up so that it is set up with a card, but you have to connect that SEPAY in order to do it. They give you panels if you really want a tip panel. If you don't already have one, and then here it gives you your link to your tips, and again, you can fully customize your tip page to be whatever you want it to be. I need to fix it up and make it look better. You can customize it however you want, put whatever you want, and you don't have to pay them a dime. Unlike Streamlabs, again, who wanted you to pay for their premium in order to customize anything, StreamElements, you can do whatever you want. Down here we come to our chat commands. So this is going to be the bot. You can add the bot. It's going to ask you to add, when you first come to the Chatbot, it's going to ask you to add the bot, say yes, and then you can customize it. Everything in here is pretty much exactly the same as the bot for Streamlabs. I really didn't see any differences, and you can actually import in all of the information that you had from your Streamlabs bot into the StreamElements bot. So any loyalty points or anything like that you had going for your viewers, it will be ported right over and you'll be set. No need to worry about that. You have the timers and the different things. Spam filters, you can have it be as much of a pain in the butt mod as you want it. The modules are basically different games and things like that. Or if you wanted to do emote combos and all that fun stuff that we all love on Twitch. Then there's also the loyalty program. I haven't imported in my loyalty yet. I will do that. But basically it's the same as the loyalty point system on Streamlabs. Exactly the same. You can set it up the same. and go ahead and continue your loyalty programs or whatever you were doing before. And that pretty much concludes my video for you guys about how to use StreamElements. It's very basic because I am still learning myself, but I hope having a little bit of a basic and understanding and seeing what there is there makes it a little less scary. Also, I'm sorry my hands have been all over the place. I'm still new to having fingies, but I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it helps you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!